Hi everyone! After 6 years of living in Italy as a foreigner, something unexpected happened. A few months ago, I found myself questioning everything about my relationship with this beautiful country, to the point where I even started thinking on moving somewhere else. That's when I realized why not share the full picture of what life here in Italy is really like, the challenges, the amazing things, and everything in between. So if you are considering moving to Italy from United States, Canada or Australia or elsewhere, I think this video is gonna be helpful and will give you an honest look on what to expect when you are dreaming of Italy. I'm breaking this video in two parts, so in this one we will speak about positive aspects of living here and why it's so nice to call Italy your home. And in the next video I will share all the negative sides that I still, after 6 years, didn't get used to. But first, let me introduce myself. I'm Vlada and I'm 34. I live in Milan with my fiancé in a one-bedroom apartment. And with this video, I want to remind myself and share with you, obviously, what I love about Italy and why moving here felt so amazing at the first place. And before we dive into this video, I would like just to give a quick disclaimer. It's just my experience. Italy is a very diverse country, and depending on where you are planning to move, your moving experience, your lifestyle, everything can be very different. So I'm just talking about my experience in this video. I live in Milan. Let's say if you are planning to move to Sicily or Tuscany, just keep in mind that your experience can be very different from mine. And now let's talk about all the amazing things that I love about Italy. And number one thing is public healthcare. I know that many people complain about it, and most probably they would put it in the list of cons than pros. I'm completely aware that the system isn't perfect here and things can move really slow, but the fact that it's public, it's a huge relief comparing to these systems as, for example, the one in US. For expats, it's a big deal knowing that in case you get sick or even when you need basic medical care, you will not go broke for it. You will be able to afford care in any case. So I think this puts your mind at peace, even though the system is not flawless here, obviously. So yeah, for me, it's a pro. And if you like traveling, I mean, who doesn't like? One of the best things about Italy is that everything is very, very close. So if you want to go to the beach, to the mountains, to the lake, to the beautiful historical ruins, everything is very, very close. While in places like US or Canada, to be able to travel between such different landscapes takes a lot of time, here everything is very close, literally a couple of hours you can reach any type of landscape, and everything is just located in such a small area that it makes Italy very comfortable for just these weekend getaway trips when you just wake up and say, okay, today I want to go hiking, or today I want to go and swim in the sea. And you basically can do it, like every weekend can be a new adventure. Also, the train transportation system is pretty good, so you have options of going by car, by train, by airplane. Milan has 3 airports and you can travel to all the countries of Europe basically for very affordable prices. The next thing is literally my favorite. I remember when I first moved to Italy, this thing blew my mind completely, because Italians really, really love their dogs, and not only at home. The dogs are allowed pretty much everywhere. You can take your dog to the restaurant, even to the supermarket. I never forget this moment when I saw a big dog in the shopping mall just going around, chill, and no one even blink an eye at it, because it's so normalized here and it just felt so human, you know? There is just this unspoken rule here that animals are family and everyone just respects that. I'm working part-time as a dog sitter, and a lot of times I walk my dogs and there are a lot of bowls with water outside on the street in front of every cafe or the restaurant. So if your dog gets thirsty during the walk, it's always there, the water for them. And because I love animals so much, for me it means a lot to see how this nation cares for them. It's beautiful. And in general, I just love to see on the streets of Milan so many dogs. Milan is literally the city of dogs. They are everywhere here. Another nice thing about living here is that you can forget about getting inspiration for your outfits by scrolling through Pinterest, because streets here are full of stylish people. I feel that everyone here is just naturally born with this sense of fashion and style. And it's not even about the big brands, it's just how people combine clothes, how they come up with these beautiful ideas for nice outfits that it looks like you are walking through Pinterest. The regular walk on the streets just turns into people watching, because you get super inspired by everyone from little kids to seniors that dress so well. I don't know, it makes me want to dress better also. Even the dogs are dressed perfectly. I think Italian dogs are the most stylish dogs in the world, honestly. As a graphic designer, I cannot help but notice that besides the fashion taste, Italians have also an amazing taste in design of everything, of objects. It starts from packaging design in the supermarkets to everything, like literally all the objects that they make, and even architecture, everything is just filled with this sense of beauty. It's in details, really. For me, it's a constant inspiration. I don't know how it's possible, but Italians just have perfect taste in literally everything. So I'm just a bit jealous, honestly. I don't know how it's possible. Probably it's coming from their historical heritage. But yeah, everything around is just beauty. Okay, let's talk about public squares here. The public square, or piazza in Italian, it's the heart of every town, every neighborhood, and it's something special. It's where people together meet, talk, eat, drink, and this really happens every time, from Sunday mornings to Friday nights, from young people to elder people. Everyone is just coming to the piazza to socialize, and that's how you feel here, that human connection in real life is still existing. I think they appreciate a lot a face-to-face connection that happens so little in our digital world, and I really love it about Italy. And another thing that still always amazes me is how Italians value their local festivals and traditions. And no matter how small or big the town is, there is always something to celebrate. It can be a religious festival, but most probably it is something about food, about a local specific dish or a product like truffles or wine. There is always something in literally every town. So basically what happens is that people dress up, they drink, they eat together, they celebrate their culture, their heritage with this contagious sense of belonging. And for example, here in Milan we have a town called Gorgonzola, very close to us. Even you can reach it by metro. And every year in September they make a Sagra di Gorgonzola. Gorgonzola is a cheese, and they do this fairy where everyone in the town gathers. They just prepare a lot of dishes with gorgonzola, even gelato of gorgonzola. Usually this festival is just full of people. They do some concerts there also, but yeah, it's all centered around one product. And I think this is why traditions in Italy are so well preserved, because it's not about just the product. It's about something that brings all the people together to celebrate this specific thing that they're proud of. Okay, the next point can be a bit polemical, I don't know, but for me, as I lived almost all my life close to Baltic Sea, and the winters there are very, very cold, here, for me, the winters are mild, because the temperature rarely goes below zero. For instance, in February here, some trees already start to blossom, while in my home country I would be freezing. Here you can see first signs of spring. Maybe someone from the very warm tropical countries wouldn't perceive it like that, but for me, Milan is quite a sunny city. And also I really appreciate that here there is no snow in winter, almost ever. For example, last couple of winters I think it was never snowing. You can still find snow in Alps, just 1 hour away from here by car, so it's not like you will never see snow again. No, it's very easy to reach snow, and for me this is the best option. You have snow when you want it, but most of the time you have a nice, more or less dry weather. So yeah, I would say it's just a comfortable winter for living. Not so long, not so grey, not so freezing. And one more thing, Italy has a great commitment to protecting its environment. It might be not perfect, but for example, they take garbage separation and recycling very, very serious here. Almost in every town you will find at least 5 containers of paper, glass, plastic, organic and general waste. and people really separate garbage here. It's not just words. Actually, Italy is one of the leading countries in European Union in the recycling rates. And I know that someone might say that it's a small thing, but for me personally, I really appreciate it. And whenever I have doubts about throwing something, there is always a website where I can type in the name of the product and it will say to me which container it goes to. And I love it. This everyday effort just shows a real respect to the environment, and it gives me hope that this country is moving in the right direction. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for the part 2 about negative aspects and things I cannot get used to even after 6 years of living in Italy. Ciao!